Psalms 7, 8, and 9. We're doing the second cleaning on them and trying to give them a name. And, okay, Psalm 7. YV, my creator, in you I take refuge. Whoops, I'm getting rid of the editing. Take refuge. Save me from all those who pursue me, lest they tear my body like a lion, then drags me away, for there was no one to save me, no one to deliver me. YV, my creator, I have done wickedness. I have not done wickedness. If I have not done wickedness, if I do no wickedness, and there is no injustice. Oh, I see. I got to read the next one here. That was bothering me because it seems that this one here has a spacing like that. I'm thinking, no, maybe not, because you have to read this. My creator, if I have done wickedness, and if there is injustice in my hand, injustice, and if there is injustice by my hands, if I have rewarded evil to my friend, or have plundered him who is not my adversary, let the enemy pursue my body, let my enemy pursue and overtake me, and let them trample my life into the ground. And this would be or lay my body, or lay my dead body in the dust, or lay my body this would have to be on the ground or on the land. They called the land the surface that we can see. The ground is underneath. Let them trample my life into the ground, or lay my body on the land. I'm going to put dead body. Yeah, spell it right, that would help. Or lay my dead body on the land, or leave my dead body. Or leave my dead body on the land. That's probably more true. But if not, rise in your anger against the rage of my adversaries. I would say enemies. Enemies. And this would have to be for you have appointed. For you have appointed judgment. If not, rise in your anger again to rage your mind. for you to appoint judgment for my righteousness. This has to be changed to my, for you have well, I could judged them for my righteousness. For you have judged them for my righteousness, and let our tribes encamp around you. This needs to be encamp or camp around you. Let me see. Let our tribes camp around you. This is what they did with the tent. Let's see if there's any text here that talks about his tent. No, but this verse here is going to be key. When the words were, what was it, encamped, assembled, encamped, encompassed. They were around all four sides around his tent when they traveled to the Sinai. So this is good to understand that let our tribes camp around you for YV to judge his people. Let our tribes camp around you as you judge your people. For you to judge your people. This is tent. Whoops. Tent. And older. Yeah, because this is, I'm just glanced at some of the stuff here in the right side of the aisle, and I'm pointing with the, yeah, on the right side of the aisle here. Tent and tribes. I guess I just need to label it like that for right now. I can't think of anything better right off the hand. Vindicate me. Well, we don't need the big word for it's really hard to find here now that I've done so much. Okay, integrity. Wow, blameless, full, innocent. Integrity is 16 times. I guess integrity is stays. Or no, I was looking for vindicate. Singular. Okay. Judge. Judge me, creator. Yes, judge. Stick with the theme. Judge me, YV, according to. And he wants this kind of judge. Judge me, YV, according to my righteousness and the integrity that is in me and my integrity. Judge me, YV, according to my righteousness and my integrity that is in me. Let evilness and wicked come to an end. Let their evilness and I guess I don't really need this. Let their evilness come to an end, but establish the righteous for their righteousness. For our Creator tests for you. Yeah, I don't need this. Here for you test our for you tested our hearts and minds, these are the righteous, so I'm thinking that needs to be left there. You are my, you tested our hearts and mind. Now you are my shield, creator. My shield is my creator who saved this upright heart. My shield is my creator and save this upright heart. My creator is a righteous judge. My shield is YV. Up here, I don't, YV is my creator. I guess he's using both words, so I guess I guess if he's creating a nation at this time, because it seems like they're camping around him, so this means they're on their way into the promised land as they battle along the east side of the Jordan River. For you tested our hearts and minds. Now our shield is our creator. He saves the upright mind. Yeah, I'm liking that. No. Now our shield is our creator. He saved this upright heart. No. For you tested our hearts and mind. Now you are, well, now you are my shield. And I'm just replacing this and flipping it over there. Now getting rid of it, I put it over there. Now you are my shield. And save. Now you are my shield, for you save this upright. So I need this to go up here and change it to. Now you are my shield, for you save this upright heart. My Creator is a righteous judge. If a male does not repent, he will sharpen our swords, not his sword, our sword. Our swords. And we will bend our bows with arrows. Right. Now, if they're the ones in battle and they're going and they're being saved by being upright in hearts of obeying our Creator, in other words, if a male does not repent, he will sharpen our swords and will bend. If a nation does not repent, if a kingdom does not repent, this goes to, because it reminds me of the story of Joshua going to a city to conquer them, and before, as he sets out, that city sent people with camels and old worn out clothes, like they had been traveling a while, and they tricked Joshua into saying, our Creator, we're leaving our Creator for your Creator. And so this would go to that time. If a people do not repent, if people do not repent, I think if people do not repent, he will sharpen our swords. See, there we go. I think this is Joshua. I think this one is Joshua, which is beautiful. Is that Joshua? I don't know. I haven't spelled his name in so long. Okay. Joshua. I'm going to claim this is Joshua's words. It could be Moses. No, this is more of the promised land if I hit here. And I know that they were doing this. So Moses passed away. Joshua took over. I'm thinking we have Joshua's words here now that I'm seeing this. Because if you are not aware, Psalm 31 and 55, I believe, if you go back and take a look at that maybe hour-long video on each one of them, you'll see my thinking going on, and all of a sudden I realized by kind of explaining why this word could be here and why it couldn't, then I go check to see which possible king it would be, and then as I'm telling this the reasoning, then below in the text, there it is. So I found two writings by two different kings, and that's because the words were just bugging me, like what's going on here. This here, tribes being encamped around you, that's important. And here, the word just by the man to people, do not repent. He will sharpen our swords, and we bend our bows with arrows. Behold, those tribals. Let's see what this word can be brought to. Take as a pledge, hold as a pledge, labor, retain, pledge, and one time travails. Behold those who pledge behold those who pledge with wickedness, for they conceive mischief. Wow. Behold those who pledge with wickedness, they conceive mischief. Sorry about that. Behold those who pledge with wickedness, they conceive mischief for us, which brings forth, I guess that was a T. Well, whoops, I started back without you. They conceive mischief for us, which brings forth falsehoods. For they have dug a pit for us, but have fallen into their pit. So their mischief returned upon their head. They all own their own, so we don't need the word own. And we give thanks to YHVH according to his righteousness, and sing praises to him. Okay, I think that cleans that one up. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be from Joshua, which is really nice. I mean, when you, some of these text, the only time that the text can actually be entered, I'm thinking, is a king, a priest, or an elder, someone who has um, um, righteous knowledge, someone who knows and obeys our Creator and understands when you obey our Creator, it's easier to know all His commandments or His commands for us. I think this one's really nice and cleaned up, and I do believe that's from Joshua. I'm gonna try to step it up here. 8. How majestic is your name on earth? Don't need that. And since this is, I recognize that this is one of the few that have one verse in the beginning, one at the end. The other ones are speaking about praise Yah, and then they go into the text. How majestic is your name on earth? How mighty is your name on earth? Majestic, mighty. YV, how majestic is your name on earth? YV, majestic is. I'm not really liking the word how, but who has displayed? You have displayed. For you have. For you have displayed splendors. What is splendors? What can that be? It's used for beauty. Only once, but majestic, majesty, natural color, natural. I mean, it's our creed. I wouldn't use the word natural anywhere. Splendid once. Splendor 8 times. But I'm thinking you have displayed, because in the heavens, it's actually going to be, well, the sun and then the moon and stars. So you have displayed okay, here, moon and stars. This would be when I consider your night heaven. Night heaven. That's the moon and the stars. So when you have displayed a sun in our heaven. Whoops. Our heaven, which I designate the difference between them. When they're all capital, that's our Creator's heaven. When it's the one capital like this, that's the stars, and then our heaven. That's the only way I can break that down to make sure people understand when they're reading it. That's what's going on here. For you have displayed you have made a sun. Yeah, you made, not displayed. Made. I bet you displayed is used as you gave a son. I guess it is used for give quite a few times, like 900 times. I'm looking to see if the word made is used. And made and make and makes maybe 70 times. But you gave us a son in our heaven. I think I'd have to say gave just to stay with how many times it is actually used. You gave, you have given, you have given us, a son in our heaven. For you have given us a son in your heaven, and us to establish your strength. To establish your strength, because if he could make the sun, and it is really something, that is his strength, to establish your strength, he can make the sun. Because of your adversaries, you make our enemies revenge cease. Cease from us. When I consider your night heaven, the works of your hands, the moon and the stars which you have made, what is man that you take thought of us? What is man that you take thought of us, and our son from man that you care for him? So I'm thinking this question mark needs to be brought down here as well. Yet you made him a little lower than our Creator, sitting at the right hand of our Creator. It would be the prince or son on the earthly kingdoms. And you crowned Ed, and you crowned him with glory and majesty. If you know the story, you will make him rule us. You will make him rule us over. I want to put the word over here, but it's here. You will make him rule us and over the works of your hands. You have placed the righteous and our enemy under his feet. You have placed the righteous. You have saved the righteous. You redeemed the righteous. You redeemed the right. You will in the future. You will. Jesus doesn't come along. Kingdom in heaven isn't there until you will redeem us. And this would be Jesus in here, the righteous, and our enemies under his feet. How majestic is your name on earth. Yes. Okay, let's read it through one more time and see if I can find anything. I'm going to do it to myself, though. I can... night heaven, the works of your hand, the moon and stars. The moon and stars don't need this. Which you have made, What is man that you take thought of us, and our son of man, our son from man, our son from man, that you care for him. Do I got 2 spaces in there? Yes. Yet you have made him a little lower than our Creator. You have crowned him with glory and majesty. And our enemies will be, and these are his, will be under his feet. Yes, there. Ta-da! 8, I think, is pretty much done. Looks good. I like it. I don't think it needs really any more changing. And this is thoughts of Jesus. And then we can go from there. Now we can get to 9. Boy, another long one. I will give thanks to you with all my heart. I will tell of all your wonders. I will be glad and exult in you. I will sing praises to you. Not his name. I will sing praises to your name. I think your name fits good okay there. When my enemies turn away from me, they stumble, they will stumble and perish before you. They will stumble and die before you, for you have maintained our just cause. You sat at your throne judging us rightly. You sat and judged us righteously. Not judging you righteously, judged because he did what he's already done up here. He made the enemy turn away. You sat and judged us righteously. You have rebuked their kingdoms. You have rebuked their kingdom, us, and you have destroyed and we have, with our Creator's help, destroyed, just is not the word, killed the wicked. For the enemy has come to an end. We have killed the wicked, and our enemy has, and you have rebuked their kingdoms, and we have killed the wicked. Our enemies. This is starting to read like Joshua again. Our enemies have come to an end, and you have uprooted, and you let us. I'm going to change the word have here to you let. You let have, pretty much the same thing, and you let us uproot their kingdoms. Let YHVH lives forever. don't need the word but. YV lives forever. And he has established his throne for judgment. YV lives forever and established his judgment. And I would have to put for us at the end. For us, he will judge the world. He will judge the world for the righteous. He will execute judgment for the people, for his people. Yeah, for his people. If they're for him, then it's they are obeying our Creator, and that's the important thing to know. He will execute judgment for his people. YV will be a stronghold for our oppressed. A stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know him, will put their trust in him. Yeah, it's changed to he here, so I gotta try to flow with the go here, I guess. For YV has not forsaken those. YV will not forsake those who seek him. And those who sing praises, and those who sing praises to YV and declare his deeds, for he doesn't need to have the word who, for he requires blood for remembering them. I'm thinking, remember, okay, yeah, for the ones that were afflicted that cried out, but they were killed. Yeah, 4 doesn't need to be here, I don't think. And declares his deed. He requires blood for remembering them. For he does not forget the cry of our afflicted. For needy will not always be forgotten. For the needy will not be forgotten, nor the hope of the afflicted perish forever. For the needy will not be forgotten. This is our Creator. Does not forget. And the needy will not be, and the needy will not be forgotten, nor the hope of the afflicted perish forever. I'm thinking that would be okay. Be gracious to me for I'm gonna put be gracious to us, YV. Behold our affliction from those who hate us. And now we have Jesus coming up here. So for you have lifted, for you will lift us up the gates of the abyss. And if you want to actually witness the abyss, the males out there, well, first video in the description. I believe it'll be the first video because I'm going to probably tag these videos with the first parts that I worked on of these. For you will lift us up from the gates of the abyss. So we will tell everyone. So we will tell everyone by praising you at your gate by your tent. Okay, Joshua, no, can't be tent. If this is David's time, your big kingdoms. Okay, maybe I got the word lift wrong here. Because if this is at Joshua's time, they don't know about Jesus. Unless they actually know Abraham's promise, and that would be hard for them to remember. I mean, it's hard enough in the text to remember 3 or 4 small words. Be gracious to us, YV, behold, look on our affliction, look, no, I think it's going to be behold our affliction from those who hate us. And I guess can't even use the word will, have isn't, and lift. Us up from the gates of the abyss so they don't die. So we will tell everyone by praising you at your gate by your tent, at the gate for your tent. And we will tell everyone by praising you at the gate for your tent. As we rejoice in your, this can't be salvation then, delivering us. Delivering us. Or it took a while to find that us word. For delivering us in the works of his own hands, the wicked wasn't there. I'm going to say for by the work of his hands, the wicked were snared. The wicked they descended into the ABYSS. Sheol is used as like a city inside the abyss, a gathering place. But for the wicked just to descend into the abyss, that's pretty much the same thing. Even all the kingdoms. The wicked descended into the abyss. The kingdoms who forgot their creator. Okay, now here's something unique that a lot of people don't know about this. You have to understand the land that they're being promised to. Actually, Noah land near there, and Shem's people lived up by Lake Galilee. Canaan's lived a little bit farther south, and then Japheth, his third son, lived a bit down farther, and then they started moving on the other side of the river. But they all become kingdoms with different kings, and saying they aren't really a descendant from Canaan anymore. They were just made their own kingdoms up. And this is what this is saying, that they forgot who their creator was, that they didn't believe Noah, they didn't believe what their forefathers were telling them, and they went on to other gods. Because the people there, when you read the text, our creator said to kill them all because they were having sex with animals and children and each other and things like that, to where that's what defiled the land. So he had them kill everyone. So this goes really good with understanding the kingdoms that were taken out on the promised land, on the way into the promised land, because they forgot their creator. Rise, YV, and let all kingdoms be judged before you. Put them in fear of you, and let those kingdoms, and let their people, and let those kingdoms, let mankind know. Let's put mankind here. Mankind know they are just men, just man. Now, I think I'm going to read this over and try to see. I'm going to put Joshua up here again. Joshua words. Joshua's words. I'm pretty sure that that would be at the time this has taken place, for the simple fact that when you're seeing the text here, and like I said, how it's our enemies have come to an end. they went in to fight the promised land. I'm really sure that this is Joshua's words, and it's good to find text from another king, or he would be known as a judge. Moses was a judge, Joshua was a judge, and they had many judges up to even Samuel's time. There were judges, but those years are missing from the text. You can't find the judges or them ruling, because when you pick up in the text of Samuel, the kingdom is already divided in two. So it's like Saul started to try to bring them together, but David brought them together, because I can't remember who, after Saul was killed, they appointed the commander, king, or their king, and then he talked to the elders up there and said, do you want me to make peace with David and we all become one kingdom? And so if you know that story, you know that they were divided, but there's no story telling us what happened and when that happened. And then I'm going to just give it a quick read, but I think I'm done. Yeah, turned away from me, and they stumbled and died. Died before you. Maintained. Let me see here. Acted almost 50 times. You did 300 times, does 300 times, or 600 times. And you acted for our just cause. You acted. You acted for our just cause, meaning he caused them to win every battle. You acted for our just cause, and that was killing them righteously, slaughtering men and women and children, and sat and judged us righteously. And this really doesn't need to be here. You acted for our just cause and judged for us righteously. You rebuked their kingdoms, and we have killed the wicked. Our enemies have come to an end, and you let us by you, letting us uproot their kingdoms. YHVH is forever. And has, where's and? and has established his judgment for us. He judges the world for the righteous. He judges the world for his righteous ones. He will execute. He judges the world for his righteousness and will execute. Too many he's here. And will execute judgment for his people. For his nation, for his nation. They were, the difference between a kingdom and a nation is that there's 12 tribes that are kind of put together, and they all kind of have their own little commanders, they have their own leaders, they're all having to work together. Kind of like the United States right now. And then there's, so this is why I'm saying nation and not a kingdom, for his nation. Yeah, just so you don't think I'm using kingdoms over here and nation and how come they're different. Now you know. YV will be a stronghold for our oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know him will put their trust in him. You know, will not be for YV will not forsake those who seek him. Forsake. Oh, for YV will not forsake those who seek him, who seek him. I'm gonna add who seek him with their heart. And those who sing praises to YV and declare his deeds. See, that's more. Who sing him with their heart. And those who sing praises to YV and declare his deeds. They all seem to. I'm just saying that when you seek him, you really have to do it from your heart. Anyways, he requires blood for when remembering them. When remembering them. For he does not forget the cry of our afflicted. Cry of our afflicted, and the needy will not be forgotten, nor the hope of the afflicted perish forever. I would say afflicted would be our people, crying out to for our dead. He requires blood when remembering them. Who are them? For he does not forget the cry of our dead. For he does not forget the cry he does not forget our dead. I could say this because I was thinking crying out from our dead. No, he does not forget our dead, and the needy will not be forgotten, orphans, widows, nor the hope of the afflicted perish forever. They're the ones that are afflicted that he's going to help. Okay. Be gracious to us, YV. Behold our afflictions from those who hated us. Who hate us, who will hate us. Be gracious to us, YV. Behold our affliction from those who will hate us, and lift us up from the gates of the abyss. So we will tell everyone by praising you at the gate of your tent, as we rejoice in your delivering us. For by the work of his hands, the work of your hands, the wicked were ensnared. The wicked descended into the abyss. The wicked descended into the abyss, the kingdoms who forgot their creator. Rise, YV, and let all kingdoms be judged before you. Put them in fear of you, and let mankind. Now I'm more satisfied with that being a better ending right there. And I'm going to call that a finished product right here. And I'm going to say it's Joshua's words, because we really have text that is saying it's from a time where they were going against the kingdoms. The word uprooted is a key word here. Because this couldn't have been by David, and David was the only other one that was out grabbing or taking land because they were attacking him. Okay, done so far.